Alright guys, now that we have this $1,100 Micro Center gaming PC all booted up and ready to go, let's talk about some benchmarks real quick. Now we decided to test this PC in a couple of titles, those being Fortnite, Call of Duty Cold War, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and Chivalry 2. Now first up with Fortnite on performance mode, we start to see how well the i5-11400 performs by getting well over 200 plus FPS. Now there were some limitations with the 11400 because I do think the B560 motherboard we got has some power limits on it where this 11400 can't boost nearly as high as it needs to. So if you were wanting to get probably a little bit better performance without having to, well, do some modifications in the BIOS, an i5-10400 might actually perform a little bit better, which seems a little bit backwards, but how power hungry 11 gen is, the 10 gen might perform a little bit better on this motherboard. So do keep that in mind if you mainly play esports titles. You could save some money and also get a little bit more performance. The RTX 3060 shows once again it's one of the best budget GPUs you can get, well, when you can actually buy it. Again, I really hope these things come in stock soon because the RTX 3060 is an absolute monster, would be great for entry-level live streaming, can play pretty much any game you want at 1080p and 1440p. I see this being the most popular card for people getting into 1440p high refresh rate because it could easily play those games no problems whatsoever at that resolution. Next up with Call of Duty Cold War on a mixture of medium-high settings, we average over 130 plus FPS. That's the RTX 3060 for you, just showing how powerful it is, being able to play pretty much any game you throw at it at 100 plus FPS, especially at 1080p. You have no problem running a 1080p 144Hz monitor setup and getting a locked 144 FPS with modified settings, and at $1,100 MSRP, hopefully this becomes a regular thing, this is an awesome combo, and the 11400 and 3060 just make a whole lot of sense together. The next game we tested was Shadow of the Tomb Raider with the built-in benchmark tool, and on high settings we averaged 127 FPS. Shadow of the Tomb Raider is our AAA benchmark of choice and goes to show that this PC can handle most AAA titles out there. All the new ones coming to the market, games like Cyberpunk, you should be able to get 60 plus FPS on medium-high settings, and a lot of the newer AAA titles that will come out later this year, you should have no problems whatsoever getting over 60 FPS at 1080p and at 1440p if you lower some settings. And last but certainly not least, a new game that's come to the market, Chivalry 2, and on high settings we average over 144 FPS. If you guys haven't played this game before, it's kind of like a, well, Call of Duty with medieval warfare. You basically run around with a sword and battle people. There's a bunch of different classes and you can level up and play a bunch of different game modes. So I really love the first Chivalry game. The Chivalry 2 game just came out and it's been a lot of fun. We played it on our Twitch Marathon live stream, which if you haven't followed us already, follow us over on Twitch because that's how you win the PC we gave away. But really, Chivalry is a good game to play. It looks really good and it runs really well on this PC. So overall, I'm incredibly happy with this PC for the money. I'm glad we were able to put it together and then give it away to one of our Twitch viewers. So once again, those commenting on this video, how do I enter to win the PC? We already gave the PC away. You can enter to win the next PC next month by following us over on Twitch and also join our Discord to get updated on how you can win the PC. So definitely check those links in the description down below. How we're going to bring Jackson back in here to wrap this video up real quick.